good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. The garden is actually looking really nice. We had like a big cleanup done just because we're having our baby shower this past weekend. Well, yesterday. Today is Sunday. So yeah, I just want to like show you guys what the garden is looking like. Everything, I don't know, I think like everything is in like a homeostasis, I'd say. um Things are waking up. It's definitely like spring is in the air. The plants agree. Things are starting to grow, which is really exciting. Like I'm so happy to have another chance at spring again, spring and summer. And like this summer I'm going to be home for it, so that's going to be awesome. Even like I'm looking at a snapdragon that started flowering, which I didn't expect at all. So yeah, I just want to take you guys through. If you hear some background noise, that's my neighbor. He's boxing or something. um but yeah, there is some stuff that needs to be harvested. um I actually did just harvest like most of the limes off of the tree. I still see some on them, because they're also starting to flower. So I want all the fruits gone so that it can just, have its time to flower and give us like bigger fruits. Um, what else? And then I'll show you some other crops that need to be harvested, because we have a lot. Like, it's actually affecting the structure in the garden. So you'll see like this section over here completely clean. It's so beautiful. I want to keep it this way. Our mango is doing really well. This sensational mango, so this branch is still like part of this big tree. You can see here it's flowering, or it's like at least pushing out the flowers. This is our second mango tree. So yeah, it's doing really well. This variety of the mango, or this branch variety, the flowers have actually opened. This is a Tommy Atkins, and the lychee is also waking up. I don't know if you guys can see this. Like, it's actually, starting to look alive. So that's really good. I think one other thing that I do need to do is come through with some preventative insecticide spray, just because I see there's some little munching spots on these brassicas. Like you can see here, as soon as this starts happening, see how it's curling like that. Yeah, that's when you sort of like, you've got something going on. But these are doing really, really well. Nothing has really started heading up yet. These are all different colors of cauliflowers, so they just need to, I guess, get to the point where they close up in the middle and then start making heads. This is a kale. The scarlet kale's recovered really, really nicely. I think I'm gonna still wait a long while until I start harvesting these leaves, but I'm happy nonetheless. Even our red cabbages are doing well. And the mustards have been like exploding all over the yard. I'll show you guys the other ones by the garden beds. But yeah, garlic doing really well. Lemongrass as well. I'm not sure if I want to like shear this down again, but we'll see. I think this is a nasturtium. Is it? Yeah. I did plant some nasturtiums here, so that's great. That would be really nice to have that sort of like fill the space over here. These pods over here I am literally just allowing them to dry out so that I can save the seeds. So that's just, a patience game. As like unappealing as it looks, it has a purpose. And then these peas over here, I really need to harvest. You can see how the structure is really struggling. And these peas are huge. I was supposed to harvest these to cook them yesterday for my guests. But we already had so much food. So we decided not to do that. But there are some more peas coming up. The bees are loving these flowers from the Asian greens. There's quite a few though. Like there's one there, there's some there. So I think like what I'm thinking is for the time being, I am just gonna leave them, let the bees eat. I think this is one of the few food sources we have for them in the yard currently. So I'll just let them eat, but then when my seedlings start popping up, then I'll start removing the plants, because I don't need seeds from every plant. Like at least I've got 2 tatsois here. This is a bok choy, I think. So every other one I don't really need. But everything is just sizing up really nicely. The fennels, the leeks, the peas are producing. I used all my peas in my cooking this weekend, so we definitely need to keep these plants and like take advantage of their production so that we can stock up. Oh my gosh, the bumblebees are out. That is a huge bee. I'll show you guys when I get closer. It's by the rocket. I was telling my partner about how I love like when I'm watching bees. Look at that spider. Can you guys see it? I don't know if you can. There's like a web. I don't think you can see it. But spiders are friends, I guess. Even though I'm not really a fan, but they, they do what they need to do in the yard. So I leave it. I was telling my partner about how I love seeing like when the bees have little cargo pants with pollen in their pockets. Whew. It's my favorite thing to watch. So I really do want to give the bees as much as I can while still being mindful of the fact that we have food to grow. These mustard leaves, huge, massive, but I don't think I'm gonna eat them. I'm thinking I'm just gonna put them in. I think I'm just gonna put them in. Oh, sorry guys, I'm like dodging a bumblebee. I think I'm just gonna put them in the compost heap for real. Like, I'm not gonna eat them. Not to this level, especially because I have so many elsewhere. Here we've got our onions. They doing okay. Honestly, I'm not sure if they're gonna bulb up. We'll see. And then our Brussels sprouts, cabbages, kales, red cabbages, and then our beetroots. So what I was actually thinking is I want to move these beetroots to where those mustards are, because this soil is really, really like rich. There's a lot of like manure and stuff in here, and which is why like they're growing so well. Everything in here is growing so well. Look at that fennel. Oh, I'm so excited. And I'm so excited about the fact that the other fennels are also like, you can see visible bulbs. Here we've got our rocket that's flowering. I'm letting it flower just because this is the best rocket I've ever planted. So I really do want these genetics to stay in the yard. So I'm gonna let it flower. I just need to like research how to collect leaves or how to collect seeds. And then I'll do that. Our herb section, it's a little dry, but that's okay. Got a little nasturtium popping up. We've got some coriander popping up over there. I did plant some dill. I don't know, this could be a baby dill that's popping up, hopefully. So we'll see. I mean, otherwise the dill flowers are coming, so that would be really nice. And I'll also let that self-seed. Took out some radishes. They were disappointing, but I just thought, let me just take them out. Here we've got some peas that actually need to be harvested, so that's great. I really do need to get some in the freezer. And then another mustard. So I'm probably thinking I want to remove those mustards over there and then rely on this mustard and the mustard that's that side. And then over here we've got some nasturtiums popping up, lots of peas. Like, you see how everything has fallen over, like look here. So yeah, they really need to be harvested, because there are some like cauliflowers in here that they've fallen on top of, so I don't want them to compromise them. And then with our trees, the kumquat, I'm actually like toying with the idea of just harvesting everything and juicing them. This pomegranate is waking up, which is really exciting. The grapefruit is flowering like crazy. It's so happy. And then also our mandarin is also flowering like crazy. We've got our lavender plant here. I did do some deadheading last week, so it seems like, you know, it's recovering nicely. Oh my gosh. And then this pomegranate, this is the wonderful variety. This one is starting to wake up. This is so exciting. I really want to like baby this tree and give it everything it needs, so we can get some like good harvests this year, because I think we only got 3 pomegranates last year. And then over here I did something interesting, right? So we have these containers where like we're composting stuff in there just to feed the soil, because the soil is like really nutrient deficient. But what I also did is I got some, you know, like those crystals that help to make the soil water loving, or like to hold water. I like sprinkle that all over and I watered it in. So I'm hoping that that's just gonna help change the dynamics of the soil, and when it can hold water better, then that means we'll be able to like have some decomposition of these leaves, and then they can you know, we can see some life coming into here, because currently the only life we see is ants, and ants is not really a good sign in my mind, just because I think it just means it's dry enough for them to make like an anthill. I want to go to the other side of the yard, but I want to take you guys through to this side first before we do. I started some seedlings last week. Can you imagine? No more than 7 days and they're already popping up. Can you believe that? I have some melons popping up, orange melon, got some corn popping up, and then that's like a zucchini there. On the far right, a Romanesco zucchini. On this side, I don't think we have. Oh, we do. We've got the Mancha cucumber that has popped up. Absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of these. I don't think there's anything in here though. No, there's nothing in here. And in here, oh, there's like some little basils, Genovese, that are popping up. I have one more of these trays, so I got them from Temu, and they came in a pack of 5. I have one more, so I'm thinking I want to put peppers in it. I won't lie, because my peppers on this side are not really like showing life, but also I do know that peppers take some time to really do something. This one is like so waterlogged. I like overwatered it, so hopefully we can get some success. But I'm skeptical. I won't lie, guys. I am skeptical. Here we've got some loquat branches. There's weeds growing in there, so at least we know, like, you know, the soil is living and it can sustain life. But the branches are taking some time. I put strawberries in here, and then in here I put some asparagus and artichokes. So everything that was up there on that ledge, we moved over here just for the purposes of hosting, and I think I'm just gonna keep them here. At least, like, the weather is great where this portion doesn't mean that they are exposed to like frosts in the mornings, and they get like all day sun essentially. My alyssums starting to flower up. I'm so excited. So that means I'm going to move them soon, honestly, when I have the energy. I don't know if I want to move them to individual little pots first. We'll see about that. Look at this, Avo. All of these flowers. Can you? Oh my gosh, there's an open one. Amazing. On this side, so we have our avos. What's this? Soursop, custard apple, strawberry custard apple, avo. These are pepino melons. I need to up pot this, especially now because like the leaves are growing. They seem good. So I want to up pot it and then also restake it, because the part where it's staked, actually it's staked by a dead branch. So that's no good. That's no good at all. Here our flowers that we seeded are coming up. That is a hollyhock. These are sunflowers. I think that is cosmos over there. But they're coming up, which is good. I'm just so excited. I want to show you guys my asparagus. Oh, there's another one. So this asparagus came up. It started coming up last week, and now it's gonna fin out like these ones. But look, there's another baby one coming up over there. So with asparagus, you do need to wait a while. They do say like do not even harvest anything. I mean, there's nothing really to harvest there. Don't harvest anything for 3 years. So I'm happy with that. So that is cooking while I have those seeding, because those I have a purple variety and like a whitish French variety in there. So when everything is like perfect, then we'll get like a bed. and just have like the three different asparagus varieties. I mean, I also a bone of contention with my partner. He's always like, I mean, do we even eat these things? And I'm like, no, I don't eat asparagus. Like, I do not buy asparagus from the store. But what I do know is that I know that, like, I don't know how something truly tastes until I've eaten it grown, like, by myself. Um, so, like, that's an experiment that I'm willing to do. Yeah, we've got some strawberries. Flowers are looking beautiful. This is like the best flower I've seen in a while. Yeah, they're looking happy. We got like a new garden bed. These are rain bed garden beds. All of our raised garden beds are from Rain Queen. And we got these, I think it was last week. Yeah, and so now this is going to be our forever home for our blueberries. I was hoping to put in a third one, but I think rather not, because I want this one to just like size up really nicely. And I think now that they have a home, it doesn't drain, which is on purpose. I asked them not to drill in any holes. So I think that's going to be good. I think they're going to be happy. They need acidic soil anyway, so we need to be able to control that environment. We also did some compost at the bottom layer, so there is like an aerated bottom there while these things decompose. We've got our lime, just like starting to flower up. There we go, starting to flower up. We've got our blood orange, which is looking alive, which is awesome. The sweet limes, I've been tasting some. Honestly, it's not as sweet as I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be like really, really sweet. Also, at the same time, this is the first fruiting it's ever done, so I'll not too much on it. We have this pomelo that I think I just need to take out because the rest of the branch is actually starting to look alive, so I think I'm just going to give it that opportunity. Then we've got like our apple trees, our plums, our figs. They're not quite awake yet, but I can see them pushing out branches, and we'll wait for them to flower. It's been actually really nice, like being able to get ahead of things in terms of like spring planting and stuff. So I'm really excited about that, especially with the flowers. In this section, it's really bare. We had to do some plumbing and stuff, so like that piece over there, we sort of like avoiding it. Our tamarillo tree died, but they are, oh my gosh, there's like another bumblebee there by the status. Yeah, no, like it's spring, guys. It's spring. Once the bumblebees come, it's spring in my mind. But yeah, like this area really needs to be given some love. Got some gazinias going. They're very resilient. Some snapdragons. This snapdragon actually has started flowering again, which I was not expecting, but that's awesome. And I think when we do have the time, and also when the rain start coming in, then I can invest in putting in like compost and stuff, because right now I don't want to do that. It doesn't really get a lot of water unless I water it, and it's quite a sunny space. What it does get is like granular fertilizer, which leaches in slowly. But other than that, getting anything. And I do have 2 rose plants that I want to put there. I'll probably wait though, because the roses are waking up. They're doing really well. But we'll see. Now we're in the back part of the yard. There's a lot of lemons that are ripening, which is really nice. It's gonna be a lemonade summer. We've got this broccoli I need to harvest today, otherwise it's gonna turn into flowers. But yeah, on this side everything is looking great. These cauliflowers you can see, look, I love it when that happens, because that means something's cooking in there. Like there you see when it closes up, you know it's about to make a head. So that's awesome. I love that. Most of the side is broccoli, a little bit of cauliflower, and then mostly cabbages. And cabbages just take so long, which is just the most unfortunate part, because I think that's probably the one thing we would use more than anything else for like coleslaw and stuff. Because now, you know, we're in the hotter, like it is demonstrably warmer. Like I've had to water more frequently. So it's like, you know, we're eating cold salads. We're not eating like the soups and the stews and stuff anymore. This area over here, complete blank canvas. I need to figure out what I'm doing, what I'm gonna put here. The peas that are here, saving for seeds. I've just decided it's probably going to be tomatoes, because I've planted tomatoes here before and they were happy. I also need to like trim back this granadilla vine. It's not happy. It's also very old. So I'm thinking like a good rejuvenation prune. I won't even lie, like a good rejuvenation prune. Because it used to fill up and used to have beautiful flowers, and I want that again, especially this coming season. Here, the birds are just, you know, eating it up. I do want to sort of like make a trellis thing over here like this, so then maybe I can put like my acorn squash over here, but we'll see. We're still toying with that idea. And then the exciting part, oh my gosh, so much progress. Like this didn't look like this yesterday. Oh, I'm so excited. Our white peaches are gonna flower. Can't get it in focus. Let's see. There we go. These are about to burst open. So exciting. Yeah, I'm so excited about that. This is a nectarine. Oh my word, look. There's already like a fruit. There's another one here, some down there. Oh, you know, I love spring so much. I love it so much. This little section over here, I planted some African daisies. So we'll see if they come up. Every time when I'm driving and I see people's outside yards, they have the exact flowers that I planted here. And it's just like a really dense like planting of them, yellow and orange, and it looks really beautiful. So I think I don't want to take them for granted like I had before. I do want to just cultivate a really beautiful bed of flowers here, just because also this side of the yard, like in general, the pollinators get distracted by the front yard, so they don't come this side as much. So I really do need to make an effort to create a space for them that they remember to come back to. And then the most exciting part, well, first let's look at our pear tree. I was thinking about it because this is a early Williams pear or something like that, I'm not sure. And like this is already sort of flowering, but like this is an early variety of pears, right? So compared to my other pears on the other side, it's supposed to like look alive and flower more sooner. But also because it's a pear, it's not going to be flowering at the same time as like my stone fruits. So just, managing expectations there. But this is the most exciting part. We got this huge garden bed from Rain Queen as part of the one, like with the order that we got for the blueberry bed. It is 3 meters by, I think, 1.2. Yeah. And we're gonna put corn here. We're gonna put our melons so that they can overflow and just crawl. Yeah. So I'm really excited. You guys saw that the corn seedlings are starting to come up. We've had this in here for a week. So we need to put another layer and then put some like manure. Like a big helping. And I just, every time when I'm watering the garden, I also come and I water this in. So yeah, I'm really excited. Like, we're really expanding the garden this year. This area gets full sun all year, just like the other side, where most of the garden beds are. So, why not take advantage? But yeah, so that's basically, what the yard is looking like now. The lemon tree is looking a little spindly, but the lemons are happy. The lemons are cooking, they're ripening. I may trim off some branches after I harvest some lemons, but everyone's happy, everyone looks great, so I don't want to really disturb them. I'm probably, because it's like, yeah, like the sun is literally at 12 o'clock right now, so I'm probably going to put some clips of me doing the stuff that I told you I need to do, like harvesting the peas, harvesting the broccoli. But I'm not going to do it now. It's so hot. And then what else do I need to do? At the end of the day, I'm going to need to also spray the plants with some soapy water for sure. We can't get away with that. There's no getting around that this week, because last week I did sort of like want to, but I was like a bit lazy and I didn't. But the evidence is there. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you to the new subscribers. It's so exciting to see people enjoying the content and joining the channel. I really appreciate your support and your views and your comments. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, when I'm on maternity leave, I mean, obviously, with a new baby, you're very busy. So, like, I'm not like taking a sabbatical where I can just garden to my heart's content. But I'm hoping to continue this consistency that I have been able to give you guys. So yeah, keep on commenting, keep on subscribing, keep on liking. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.